where I'm at. Isn't this beautiful? I'm up in Wisconsin. It is about 50 miles south of Green Bay. And my buddy's got a place up here. And we're putting the summer toys away, the boats and jet skis and kayaks, all that stuff, and getting the winter toys ready to go. Hopefully we'll get some snow up here. That's my my buddy's place there. So we got all that switched around this weekend, and I drove this. So went pretty well all the way up here, going through Milwaukee. Had about 25 minutes of stop and go traffic. Pretty warm. It's like 80, mid 80s, which is really warm for us around here this time of year. It's like seasonably warm. But I sat in traffic. Temperature got up to about 190 and stayed there, and it was fine. Just hot with black vinyl interior, no air conditioning. Again, 75 miles an hour all the way up here for the most part, outside of that. And everything seemed to be fine. I tell you what, I do dig the new mufflers. With no drone, it was really nice. I've made this trip before with the old mufflers, and it's brutal. So much better. I'm gonna head out here in the next 10 minutes or so, make my way home. But when I get there, I'm gonna review with you some other cars I looked at. And I'm always looking for that next project car. So I'm back home now. It was a little under 400 miles round trip to get up to Waupaca, Wisconsin, which is where I was. The car ran really good. 75 miles an hour all the way, outside of some traffic around Milwaukee. 25 minutes or so sitting stop and go, 85 degrees heat, super hot day, especially for around here in October. And it didn't get above 190. The temperature. My fans turn on at 182, and when I was cruising down the road at 75, it was, in the low 70s. So super happy with that. As I mentioned, I started to look for the next project car. GMA bodies like my Pontiac. So the first one I looked at was a 65 442, true 442 car, 400, 4-speed. Complete car. The guy owned it since 1974, I think. It's been off the road since 78. Been sitting in a garage forever. Him and his son started to restore it, so it was in total pieces. They did a lot of welding, welded on some old quarter panels, new boogered in a new floor pan. They totally ruined the car. Unfortunately, but it was a complete car. It has all the interior pieces, all of that, but nothing was in good shape. Everything needed to be really restored. The thing had been painted black at one point in time, and just everything needed addressed to be addressed. I was asking $8 grand for that. Second one I looked at was another 65 Cutlass. It was kind of a nice dark metallic green, but and repainted. The pictures on Facebook, of course, look good, and you ask the owner things by messenger, and of course, everything's great. The car had a beautiful interior, but oh my gosh. Wavy city, so much Bondo on this thing, and once again, a lot of the chrome on the 64 65s are pot metal, and just a mess on this car. Just pitted up like crazy. And that one was $13,000, but it was a complete running car, ran nice, good looking car. Just I need something a lot more solid than that. Third one I looked at was another 1965 Cutlass. Again, pretty much kind of the original owner. It was the daughter of the original owner that had it. Been sitting in a garage for 20 some odd years. It was super rusty. Again, it was from around here. The floor pans, just nothing left of the floor pans. Trunk was gone. I'm gonna guess it had frame rot. It was really hard to see. It was sitting pretty low on flat tires in the garage. You know, rear quarters all rusted out, and bottom of the doors rusted out. So, but it was a complete car, bucket seat car. Need a full restoration, and that was $5,000. Fourth one I looked at was a 67 Skylark, California car. So the body panels were pretty rust free. As you can see, it was in pieces. Floor was rotted out on the passenger side. You know, it was in pieces. The interior was pretty much shot. But this is the crazy thing, was the fender lips on the rear quarters, which were in nice shape. Fender lip was all cut out. Some was along the line, someone was trying to put big meats in the back of this thing, and they needed more space. So, you know, what the hell do you do with that? You can't really repair that. At least I don't think so. That one I think was $4,500. Fifth one I looked at was a 72 Cutlass. This is no motor trans, just the body and an interior that didn't really go with the car, but was being sold with the car. Lots of dents. You know, the chrome was not so good on it. The interior, again, was all there, but, you know, seats were ripped up and door panels were would have to get new door panels and things like that. I think I wanted $6 grand for it. The sixth car I looked at was pretty interesting. It was a 68 Firebird 400. Numbers matching car, everything. Way out of my price range, which I'll cover that in a little bit. Owner, real piece of work, right? Shocking. A piece of work on Facebook Marketplace. It was his father's car. Father passed away. It was sitting in a dirt barn for at least 10 years without being started or run. It was a full restoration though before that. Paint was super nice on it. The body underneath, everything was still in really nice shape. But here's what happened: is the mice got into it for 10 years. Oh my God. The interior, which again, the seats and everything were really nice. This was a restored car, and it was just annihilated. I mean, I can't imagine. Under the dash, I'm sure the wires were all chewed off. There was mouse nest in the engine, in the air cleaner. You know, the whole thing would have had to come apart, but no body work. But it was a mess. It was a really nice car. It's unfortunate. It was listed for $30,000. Guy told me he would take 25 for it, and I'm like, I'm sure you would. So that's what I've looked at so far. Obviously, I haven't purchased anything, and these GMA bodies are just so expensive. Everybody thinks that you know, if this stuff is worth, and all those cars they sold on Facebook. You don't know what they sold for, but they did sell. I think I'm gonna have to expand my search, probably away from GMA bodies, and look at more some odd stuff if I want to stick in my price range. Like maybe an old Grand Prix, something like that. You know, maybe look at some Fords, Fairlanes, Galaxies, Torinos. But even those are getting expensive too. So I'm gonna keep looking. It's October, and you know, other people are gonna try to get rid of stuff before they have to pay for storage. I'll keep you updated on what I find.